You see, if you listen to the Eezee concept guy, you will know that he's manipulative. That line, it's people who are singing for Jesus, that this is the behavior they are putting on. That line, he's just trying to use it to manipulate people. The issue that you forged a document in 2019, you smartly left out that part. And again, you said she took you to court. Meanwhile, you took her to court. You see, this Mercy Chinwo's case with her ex-label boss, I actually thought that it was that case that story that I'm just going to do once and then I keep it moving. But apparently, there is a lot that both of them have to get out of their chest. And as they keep talking, we keep talking as well. So recently, she actually brought out a statement that detailed her relationship, working relationship and personal relationship with her ex-label boss. So I thought that was self-explanatory enough. She took it from the genesis, how they met, how their working relationship, the contractual agreement, when things started going sour, how they tried to reconcile, a lot of things that they did, and the eventual, case of, discovering that the contract that they signed, there was another fake one, another forged one. So to me, I actually thought that she's actually detailed that and said all she needed to say, and she was clear. Maybe that wasn't enough for her, because I thought that was really like she was handling it. There are some people, when somebody is out there shouting, hey, 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 you would just be in your own subtle manner, just be bringing it out. But apparently people thought that her behavior was the behavior of a guilty person. So then she decided to do this video. Watch it and then we'll come back and then we'll talk.
For the sake of the body of Christ, I thought to bring some clarity to a lot of misleading news out there online about the Mercy Chinwo brand. A man said I sued him, came online, made videos to tarnish my image. He looked at me and said, I made you who you are and I will destroy you. I became scared of my life. It got to a point where I had to move from Lagos to Port Harcourt because this man made the environment toxic for me. I've endured bully. I've endured threats. Whatever he's doing on social media now is nothing compared to what I went through. This is not to paint him bad. He took me to court, came online to tell the public that I took him to court. Here are the documents. You took myself and Minister Judike to court. And you're here playing the victim game. You bullied me, you threatened my life, you said you made me who I am and that you would destroy me. When you were the same person, how many lawyers have you changed now? Because you said you're going to deal with me, you have connections, you have money. What did I do? What have I done to you? I took you as a father. I was once your backup singer. I served you diligently. We signed a management contract in 2017. As we progressed, you tried to convince me to sign a 12-year contract, which I said no. Since then, you started acting funny, always toxic because I did not extend the contract. Immediately after my contract, I discovered you forged a new contract. Please tell the world what happened to the 2017 and the 2019 contract. You seized my royalties for 2 years. You're a bully. You're an oppressor. One of my major crimes was when I did a song with Pastor Nathaniel Bassey. Because this man hates Pastor Nathaniel Bassey, you went as far as sponsoring fake news about an innocent child, my son, and you said my son was not my son. And you paid bloggers because you hate Pastor Jerry Eezee. You won't want me to go for his events. The people you fight, I must fight them with you. And when I ask you questions, why don't you like them? You start harassing me. Because he had threatened me countlessly. You said you made me who I am and you have the power to destroy me. You are not God and you cannot destroy me. You have bloggers. I have God. The worst you can do is what you are doing. Like I said, what I went through working with you is nothing compared to what you are doing. You have bloggers. I have God. And I know that God will not let your plan come to pass. For his thoughts for me, they are of good and not of evil.
Okay, when I woke up and saw this video, I thought to myself, what's the difference? If for nothing, the ones that her lawyer released is even more detailed than this one. I didn't think there was the need or any need for her to do a video because to me, if you're fighting somebody or you're having some sort of back and forth with somebody, let me not put a fight because I don't want to, yeah. If you're having that back and forth with somebody, the last thing you want that person to see you do is cry. Once they see you cry, especially the soulless ones, to them they feel that they have defeated you. Yes, you said you have God and all of that, but I don't think that video was such a good idea. Because for some people, or it looked like you're trying so hard to get sympathy to your side. I can understand what you're going through because when you look at social media, it seemed like a lot of people, even including me, until we heard your own side of the story. I actually thought it was a case of because you're now big, now somebody who invested in you, you're trying to take everything away from the person so that they're leaving the person who invested with nothing. That was the way it came off to me because sometimes the person who started speaking first is almost like it's the person they're going to believe. And that's why it's really very important we hear from both sides. Like when there is any case involving two people, it's always very important you hear from both sides because when you hear from both sides, you might not necessarily tell who is saying the truth, but you will be able, if you have a discerning mind or if you're observant, you'll be able to tell where each of them were at fault. You can actually tell. You see, if you listen to the Eezee concept guy, you will know that he's manipulative. That line, it's people who are singing for Jesus, that this is the behavior they are putting on. That line, he's just trying to use it to manipulate people. Because these are the people who will make you feel like since you're singing for Jesus, if they have their way, they'll tell you since you're singing for Jesus, don't even collect money. Stay on the issue. Which one is people who are singing for Jesus? They are the ones trying to behave funny. Now the issue that she brought up, which is the issue that you forged a document in 2019, you smartly left out that part. You didn't say anything about that part. Nothing. You just kept quiet like that part doesn't exist. Now she brought it out the ones that her lawyer brought out. She also brought it up in the video that she did, saying that you altered the contract. Did you or did you not? She has maintained that 50-50, she doesn't have a problem with it. That the problem is more than that. But it was so quick now for you to say, I've paid her $250,000. Yes, to me, that sounded so big. But if we are hearing 250, we have to actually look at what she's supposed to receive as against what you've given to her. Because when you just hear $250,000, you're tempted to say, this man has given her a lot of money. But when did you stop? When last did you give her that money? When last did you give her that money? And again, if you've given her $250,000, in the grand scheme of things, what is she entitled to? That's when we know whether that money is big money or small money. Can you imagine if somebody somehow is entitled to $1 million and you've given her $250,000? Is that big money? No, we don't even know what she's entitled to. So maybe even somebody like me, and I think I was even quick to judge the matter in my previous videos without really dissecting it properly. But now, because the real questions need to be asked. And again, you said she took you to court. Meanwhile, you took her to court. Like, you are sounding like a very manipulative person. Apparently, you are still looking at Mercy Chinwo as that little girl that you picked up after Idols. But this is a grown married mother. She's married, she's a mother. So it's not that Chinwe, Mercy Chinwo that you're dealing with anymore. And this time there is a man in her life, her husband. So if she's saying she wanted you to um, um, be open and transparent with her, what is wrong with that? And to her, all these things started when she refused to sign another contract to extend it for 12 years. To her, that was when all those behaviors started. According to her, you want her to be enemies to who is your enemy. You want her you don't just like people she's associating with. She's not a little girl. If you want to have your enemies, deal with your enemies. I hope you're not that kind of person that once you have your enemies, you want your people to be enemies with those people. Because if you go to that comment section of Mercy's video, it seems like there's a lot of people in that comment section. There are a lot of people who know you and are saying something like, "Now who no know Eezee concept? Nine go think say Mercy dey lie." That means you have a history. You came here to say she took you to court. Meanwhile, you took her to court. Like, why did you do that? But the part, like the video, I don't understand. But maybe I don't know what is happening behind that she has to do this video. But me, from an outsider, it's just my opinion. Doing that video wasn't important. Or if ever she wanted to do that video, I wanted a more composed Mercy Chinwo. I didn't want her to look that way. You get? I feel she looked defeated. Yeah. Sometimes when you're fighting your enemy or your supposed enemy, because these people, I don't know whether I would call them enemies or what. But in any case, if you're fighting somebody who is fighting you, you have to put up a very, very bold front. That's it. You wouldn't even want them to see you weak. You will talk tough. So that's why I fought that video a bit. I immediately I saw her cry. I said, no, 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 no. Like, if for nothing, let's even leave the money part. That part of forging the contract, that is a criminal case. If that actually happened, that can cancel every other thing, because what you're charging her for, or what you're fighting her for, is money, right? Money can be paid. But if she decides to charge you for that contract that you altered and which she showed evidence, that is a more serious case. She said she served you as a bank. She served you to the best of her ability. Why I'm also in support that you eat the fruit of your investment. I am for that. But some people, when they come into some people's lives to uplift them, you want them to remain perpetually grateful to you. You start playing demigod in their lives. If you know, yes, you did well. Thank you for seeing the light in her, and you further invested into her life. But you see, Mercy that you invested in was not just that girl that was on the road. Even if her career hadn't picked up that time, you picked up a girl who won a competition that had a tendency to fly. Not everybody that flies, but the fact you invested because she already had a good standing. It's just a little bit of, okay, Mercy's already, there's a name there, Mercy already there. Okay, let's see, since she has a talent, let's put more money. You're not just picking somebody nobody knows anyway. So that part of I made you, I made you, I made you, all those things that she has said, that she has come out to boldly accuse you of, you have not come out to debunk them. And she came out with a lot of evidence. And again, if you are the one that sponsored that thing against her, when people started attributing that her child was fathered by Nathaniel Bassey, if it was you, really, then that was very bad. Because apart from that, you are doing business in the body of Christ. I want to also believe that you are a Christian. I want to believe that you are a man of God. If when money gets in the midst, a lot of people lose their senses, that's very wrong. She accused you that you don't like Nathaniel Bassey. You don't like Pastor Jerry Eezee. And because she deals with them, you have a problem with it. She refused to sign contract to extend for another 12 years. You started becoming mean to her. Those are her accounts. And I wonder somebody I just want to wonder why she would say that against you if it didn't happen. Because Mercy, this is like the first time Mercy is coming out to address it. Mercy doesn't talk. She's all about her business, her work, her family. She doesn't talk. So when I saw that video, I said, this thing that would make Mercy to still come out to speak after they've released her lawyers have released like a detailed conversation about what transpired between both of them, that she still came out to sit down and talk. That means you really did her dirty. It's just really, really sad that you guys have brought the name of the body of Christ to this level. I still maintain that things like this would have been able to be resolved behind closed doors before coming out. And you see the point that it is now, it has scattered a lot of things. It has scattered a lot of things. I don't know why because you run into the media, Messi didn't talk for a very long time. You were talking. It's like you're just manipulating the media to be on your side. Like, I invested. A lot of us, including me, I was like, okay. And I still maintain, let me not even say that. I still maintain that you invested, you should keep reaping. But don't play God in somebody's life, right? And you really need to answer to the fact that if you actually forged a certificate, you need to answer to that. There is no two ways about it. The law should take its course on you. You can't want to bring down what you built. No. Just because they don't want to extend contract. I know this lady is a cash cow because she's a bag of talent that her talent will keep bringing money. Yes. But if she says, okay, I don't want to sign again, lady, you can go amicably, then go and breed another Mercy Chinwo. Go and bring up another one. And you see, how come Mercy and Judy K have something against you? Maybe when we hear from the other guy, the GUC, that's his name, something like that. When we hear from that guy, then we will actually know. I hope he comes out to say the truth, not to be on the side of anybody, but on the side of truth. Hopefully, you guys can settle these things amicably. Both of you can go back to the place where you guys started, a place of peace, a place of happiness, a place of genuine friendship and intentions. I just pray for both of you. But like I said, when you guys are done with all of this, you guys have to really apologize to the body of Christ, because you guys brought so much embarrassment to the body of Christ. You guys made them mock people who walk in the vineyard of the Lord as people who you people still, this thing that happens in mainstream is still happening here. So all of you are this greedy. It's not supposed to be so. So hopefully you guys find peace and reconciliation. That's all I have to say. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you have anything to say about this, let's meet in the comment section. All right, peace.